What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back here for the final Overwatch Gold game of the regular season. This is Overwatch Gold facing off against Illinois Wesleyan University.
And hello, I am Blake Brigham, also known as Blakeu, pink player and captain of the white team, here to stream and commentate. Got an interesting match on Oasis starting out. Already a Doomfist on the IWU team. Interesting pick, and I'm really excited to see it. I always love seeing a good old Doomfist. We got a Brawl comp from Center College here versus a Dive comp from IWU, and they're both holding different sides of the map, but they're teleporting in now, going straight in, trying to hope for a lucky pick. Picking out the Zenyatta, a big pick at the very beginning. It looks like Center College was able to completely disrupt their team and take this first point. 2 down for IWU, gonna be a 1 fight, and that goes to Doomfist as well. Tracer trying to take some time, but ultimately is gonna get taken out, and the first fight goes to Center College. Big ult charge both on Runner and Who's James. Hoping to early wall, taking out Puppy Cat on Ana. Another good opening pick for Center Gold. Now they're gonna fall back a little bit, take some time. Already 70% on the Symmetra wall, 17% in on the map. Definitely what you want to see if you're playing Center Gold here. No constant changes from IWU. They're going to run this dive rush comp, this dive comp of Doomfist, because they haven't gotten their chance to go for it yet. Walling off the Doomfist at the start of this fight, completely separated from the enemy team, but his punch is now charged up. Zenyatta's able to get some damage in. Taking out the Immortality Field from Tooney, that's a resource out from Center Gold, but seems like a neutral fight. No picks on either side yet, but ultimates are coming out for Center Gold, and a pick from the Sim turrets opening on the fight, and that's 4 down, one after the other. Really, there's not much IWU's team comp can do against the entirety of Center Gold just walking into them. And that will lead into 60% for Center Gold, as just now Golden Crow swaps to the Mirror on Rhine. 85% to 27%, not what you want to see in a Rhine v Rhine here. And already we can just see Vector wall after wall after wall, and opening the fight with a Baptiste window, getting picks, and another 2 picks from Who's James, and one of them is a turret kill. Really, Center Gold is showing dominance here on this first map, as IWU just seems to be completely dumbfounded and confused here. But maybe that's not it, just an unlucky starting comp here. We do see Nano Blade coming out from IWU, but 4 ultimates from Center Gold, opening up with wall to start the fight. Center Gold is taking the advantage and taking the tempo, but IWU is able to get one person onto the point and Nano onto the Rhine. The Rhine is in the freeze. But sneaky IWU, 2 on point from Center, 2 on point from IWU. IWU gets the point. Their distraction strategy seems to work, but the Tracer and Genji can't hold out alone. But Wiggles is able to take out Runner and get sniped by our dirty right click from Who's James. Center Gold is going to take back the point and try and just win it off, but Lucio's, it's going to be desperate touch here from IWU all game, but they're not going to reach it in time. Tracer is going to get there, get another touch, and one after the other, but trickling in like this, eventually you're going to run out of people who are fast enough. We see the shatter from Golden Crow, able to get it up just in time, but 10% to 11%. Center College dominating the first map of Oasis. Alright, on to second map of the beautiful Oasis. We see a comp switch already from Center Gold. Swapping to D.Va, Sojourn, Tracer, Lucio, Kiriko. More dive heavy comp with I believe back in season 1 we called this fast dive when we ran it with the monkey. Seems like IWU is gonna go back to their dive comp with Doom as well. Dive v dive, something I haven't seen in a while in Overwatch. I'm excited to see. Opening up the first point. Center College is going to get there slightly faster due to their Lucio. But we're going to see if Who's James can make some difference in the more long-range picks on Sojourn, whereas the entirety of IWU is close range up in there. Doof's going in, getting melted extremely fast, and taken out as the Suzu is gone from IWU's Kiriko as well. Who's James on 40 HP, getting the snipe onto the Tracer. It seems like Center College was able to just demolish the Doomfist and instantly just take the tempo of the fight. As Zenyatta gets taken out by Galvanijo on D.Va, and point is taken for Center College. No swaps from IU yet. Center College taking some space, going a little forward, backing up now that the rest of IU's team has gotten further. Looking at ult charges, it's fairly similar between both teams, but slight advantage to Center College. Doomfist going in once again. Toonie getting picked off by the Genji, but they are able to take out the enemy tank. Doomfist, D.Va out of mech. Dangerous situation for both teams. No real tanking power. Center College decides to fall back and then go straight back in, now that they've regained some numbers. We got Vector over here and Tracer going for the Zenyatta in the backline. Gonna be pushed out. Doomfist coming back in, and it looks like Galvanizo still hasn't been able to get back into his mech form, but he's almost there. Stick onto the Zenyatta, that's a kill for sure. Galvanizo back in mech, and the enemy tank is down for Center College. They're just able to quickly execute this Doomfist anytime he hops in. Really giving them an advantage. And the enemy Kiriko gets away. Both, actually, IWU's Kiriko has the first rush, which could make the difference, but it seems like Toonie is just able to get his back in time, and now looking at the ultimate charges, everything's equal across the board, save for the Tracer who already used her ults. And it looks like our Zenyatta is also lagging up behind a little bit, opening up the fight with Kitsune Rush from Toonie, able to perfectly time his Suzu, and Doomfist goes down to Runner. Kitsune just winning another fight with having 2 beat dropped because of the Doomfist ult. There is still a blade out from the enemy Genji, but once again, time isn't on IWU's side as Center College is able to just completely dominate this map on Oasis. Just executing Doomfist anytime he hops in. James with the overclock, taking out both Doomfist and Genji, both of which never had a chance of actually touching the point. First round is going to go to Center College. Play of the game goes to Who's James as Sojourn. Good pick that I think on this map. There's the overclock kill. He's going to get it on the Doom and the Genji. 1, 2. Just that quick click to the head. Alright, we'll be back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, on to King's Row. I think maybe once or twice in this entire season have we seen a map other than King's Row on map number 2. This
What can I
will
say?
be
It's a classic.
no exception here.
We got extremely looking similar team comp on both sides, just swapping a pass for a Reaper and a Baptiste for the enemy's Ana. Classic strategy from Center College is the wraparound, trying to catch that Ana, but she's able to get out just in time. Center College is going to take some time, wait for the TP to recharge, and then they're going to go straight in. That's my prediction. Or they're going in straight in, speeding in, trying to focus and split targets, and they take out the Symmetra early on in the fight. Iwu is forced to back off of the point, and now they're in the attacker's spawn area. Only have one on point, capping the point, and that is a complete decimation from Center College here. Capturing the first point in King's Road due to some very clever wraparound strats that we've seen from Center Gold time and time again on these streams. And we're going to see Center Gold going forward, taking space as Galvanijo loves to do as Reinhardt. Big man, space maker. We're going to see how Streets Phase turns out for Center Gold and for Iwu here. Iwu did get an early Shatter Charge here, and that could change the fight. Not blocked by Galvanijo as he gets knocked up above it, but the lamp is there just in time. And three picks from Who's James right clicks. He is on fire with those tonight. Through the window, that's a one-shot, I think, because it does 100 damage. Double the damage through a BAP window. Sim right click will fully charge, will kill a 200 HP squishy. An insane early window from Tooney here. Already just completely nullifying that advantage of that early shatter. And getting past one of the more difficult parts of Street Phase. And looks like they're going to start with a wall into the next fight. Or at least they're thinking about it. Waiting a little bit for Iwu to get further. A little hello from the enemy Reinhardt gives Choose James the perfect timing to put it under shield. As they nano the Rhine up into this incoming push. Beat drop from Runner here as Center College is just getting cart progress as Iwu cannot push forward into this. Enemy Reinhardt goes down and Center College continues to push forward. Non-stop push. The enemy sim wall is causing some issues, but isn't quite enough to even stall the cart yet. Looking at the ultimates, we see almost 3 from Iwu, but only at the moment 1, and 2 from Center College, but we've almost got that window built right back up. Into the inner phase 3 of King's Row. Center College is looking to be a little bit more passive, but I can tell that they're getting ready to push in as soon as they have it. Vector is going to be looking for a big blossom here, as he always does. But Iwu is able to build up some more ults in the meantime. Getting all 3 in a big shatter down, but counter shatter from, and a big Death Blossom to follow up the shatter. That is going to be the end of third point, as Center College's momentum was absolutely non-stop this game. I don't think they stopped moving the cart for a second after they captured it. An insane showing at the very start of King's Row here. Let's see if Center College can hold it. Onto the glorious defense of this. I'm not sure if King's Row, I know it's in England, but I think it also is within the city confines of London. At the very least, it's similar to it. A beautiful city in Europe, but in the future.
What? I can't go over that. Okay.
And our wonderful controller and coach, Grant Lyon, figures out the skybox limits of the map and why certain characters like Pharah or Echo are not allowed to fly over the rooftops.
I'm a camera, though. I should be allowed to go where I want, right?
That is true. Cameras know no bounds. We see Who's James onto the Bastion and Vector onto the Mei. Playing a bit more of a defensive comp here. I like to see it. I am expecting them to wall, execute, speed, wall someone off, turret mode, speed into them, take them out. They're also being wary of a potential wraparound from Iwu, and we can see a change up in Iwu's comp to a Ramatra. Kings Row is a very famously rush-focused map with Reinhardt, so Ramatra is an interesting pick to see. Let's see how IWU takes their attack. Wall goes down, but not really separating enough. IWU was able to take some positioning there. Field going down, but Center College is able to hold them at bay. It seems like both teams is just in a bit of a poking standard, which is in the favor of Center College, both in time, space, and comp area. Really the goal here for IWU, I would say, is trying to build up Nano as soon as possible. And they've already got 50% on their Ana. Quick wall onto the Reaper, who drops TPs up top, and it looks like IWU's finally starting to make some headway in space. Turret mode finally coming out from Who's James, and Center College is just going in, trying to take out the enemy Ramatra, but no picks from either side yet. But IWU is getting dangerously low on both sides, and the Nano comes out just in time to save the Ramatra's life, and he is already at 80% ult charge. Vector going down, and it looks like the same situation that happened to Center is happening. The same situation that happened to IWU on the 5th is happening to Center. They're pushed back. Window out for the Bastion turret mode, though. Able to take out the Ramatra, and it seems like Center College actually was able to take back the momentum of the fight just in time to stop it. Using a window, but the Ramatra ult was used in that fight, and he died shortly after, so they're down 2 ults for IWU, and a quick lamp is able to save Who's James from the death of a suicidal Ana. Bit of cleanup from Center College as we see 4 ultimates out from them, already 30% on the next window, whereas IWU is just shy of 2 in a swap to Mei already. Definitely in the favor of Center College here on the defense. 2 minutes left on the clock. But IWU only needs to get one more tick, and then the cart is unlocked. Passion ult coming out from Who's James. Not getting anything, but hopefully making some space. I can tell that a big shatter is going to come out from our friend Galvanijo, able to take him out, asleep, taking him out, but completely cleaned up by the Who's James follow-up. And they know the cast's hiding. They're coming for him. A stick onto the Baptiste. Oh, almost gets the pick on Vector. And he's taken out, staggered hard. Another 10 seconds, IWU has to wait. And another ultimate they just can't use in this fight until he's back. 30 seconds down on the clock. A minute 30 left. IWU's building up to another Nano. Everyone but Galvanijo and Who's James is getting close to an ult. Ramatra split off, and a quick freeze off by the Mei, getting a couple of them frozen, and beat dropped. Bit of passivity from Center College here. Perhaps worried about some ultimates from the enemy, as we see High Noon pop from Wiggles here, and Nano onto the Ramatra. He's going to be building up his annihilation really soon, but Galvanijo is just ignoring him, going in swinging. As the Ramatra is taken out at 99% of his ult, not able to get that 250 armor back just in time. Center College cleans up another push and a slight stagger onto the Ana, and we can already see that Galvanijo and Who's James have their ultimates back up. At least the fact that Ramatra wasn't able to use his annihilation means he has it for the next fight, but there's no Nano to combo with it. So the only thing that IWU has for this last fight in the last 20 seconds is annihilation and an incoming ult from Mei. A quick ult from Who's James here, not getting any picks. I would say not making too much space either. Desperate plays here, sticky out, and then Ramatra goes in, frozen Reinhardt, and they're taking the point. A quick touch, however, and window. It's a final brawl on the very last point. Everyone's fighting each other, but it looks like Center College is getting pick after pick after pick, and IWU isn't able to secure it. Just at the 98th percentile of getting that in the overtime, IWU falls just short. Honestly, that last fight was very entertaining to watch. But that is the end of King's Row, and we will be going on to map 3 very soon. Play the game to Galvanijo. The big counter pin that let Vector get a massive follow-up ult into a 5-man Blossom. An extremely big play after getting his whole team shattered by not blocking it. Happens to the best of us. We will see you on to map 3 on Escort very shortly.
Remembering to keep that earbud. Oh. Map 3, we are here on Circuit Royale. This is do or die for Illinois Wesleyan University here as Center College is up 2-0.
We're going to be seeing some very fun compositions, I think, coming out. Circuit Royale is well known for being a map full of poke comps. We see Sigma from Iwu, Galvanizo going on Ramatra, another good hero for poke. Who's James on Widowmaker, a absolute need for this map in the higher levels. We see Zenyatta, Genji, and Moira for the rest of the team comp. Oh, going on to May. Interesting team comp from Center College. There we go. It seems a little cleaner to me now. We got a Sombra from Iwu, however, and a Brig, which is interesting for Circuit Royale in my opinion. Brig is a very close range hero, so we might expect Iwu to hold a bit closer here. I'm very excited to see how this goes off. It seems like back to swapping to a Genji and Sigma from Center Gold. Can we get an early pick from Who's James? Nothing for the clips today, folks. Sorry to say. It seems like Vector is going to wait for a few seconds to hop over the fence, do the same thing, but they're called already taking some free space but the rock goes down onto Galvanesia too fast, and he's hacked out of his grasp. This Sombra is causing lots of trouble for our tank player here. But hard progress is slowly being made with no picks from either side. Who's James on 40% to his wall hacks already. And really no one is stopping the cart from moving yet, so it continues to move on. First pick off from Tooney onto the tank, and then a headshot from Who's James, and a cleanup kill onto the cast from Vector. We see James real quick look behind, see if he can snipe his own Ana, but it actually has turned out he was looking for the Sombra. But I like my version just a little bit better. And we can see swaps onto the Kiriko from Iwu. As Center College is going to get the first point on Circuit Royale very quickly. Who's James? Closest one out of anyone onto an ult charge. Fairly low percentage ult charge all around. But Center College does have a distinct advantage. Hacks out of a rock once again, and then sniped by Who's James. It seems like Iwu was trying to get up close and personal, but the poke comp from Center Gold is just outputting way too much damage for them to handle. Kiriko TP going down, Suzu 2, she's completely vulnerable, and I'm sure Center College is calling that out in the comms right now. But no follow-up is able to be done on it, and it seems like Iwu is able to stabilize just slightly for a little bit as their team starts to filter back through. But we see 4 ultimates, almost 5 from Center College, and 0 from Iwu. Almost into the rock from Nano Sigma straight onto an invisible Sombra. And a big pull from Sigma 2. We see lots of ult coming out from Center College. Everything they have except for Blade. And a rock onto the Sigma right as he pushes out his Gravitic Flux, canceling it immediately, and it looks like Center College gets a second point. In a brutally fast and back and forth team fight. A snipe onto the invisible Sombra makes her TP away quickly, and onto the Sigma, taking him out. Who's James cleaning up kill after kill as a body shot Brody. Let's see, Center College taking space forward again and just pick after pick on the Sombra every time she turns invisible. Center Gold is keeping clean comms for that Sombra. A ball swap, trying to get onto the Widowmaker. Ooh, Who's James saved by the Bell and by his team. And then gets a lucky shot onto the Brig. No skill there at all, I swear. But ball causing some havoc in the backline, but taken out by Center Gold as the cart moves forward. But a Kiriko Kitsune in the backline taking out their Zen. But Kitsune is not going to get much value since it's just the Kiriko who TP's out right afterwards. That's another ultimate Center Gold does not have to worry about. Ball rolling straight into the enemy, into our team, slept instantly by Tooney. Kitsune, Bell, what is it called? Suzu. I remember abilities in this game. Seems like 2 down from Center College, 3 down from Center College. Galvanesia is forced to back up just a little bit, but he's made his ultimate charge. He has Gravitic Flux ready to turn the next fight. But it seems like Iwu is starting to make a defensive hold here as the ball is disrupting the backline constantly.
No one can hide.
Wall hacks deployed by Who's James. The vision is granted to the entirety of Gold Team. See what happens as Runner goes for a pick onto the cast. He's 1 HP, and Galvanesia comes in with a dirty steal onto the Cassidy. Fighting 3 of the enemy teams, but he's kept up by Runner, seemingly not phased by his teammate completely stealing his kill. Coming back into... Ooh! Just in time for the Zen to come in, take out the sleeping Kiriko. Whoa, sorry, I thought he killed the Kiriko. James cleaned it up and then gets taken out by Golden Crow on the ball. Finally, after getting 2 picks, Golden Crow goes down, but 3v2 at the moment. Hacks going off. We have only 1 ultimate from Iwu, 0 from Center College, and it's the last point. 3 minutes left on the clock. It seems like Center College isn't just able to make the headway as Galvanesia goes down, and the High Noon takes out Vector as well, and it seems like another push has been staunched. And we see perhaps Center College trying to make a rotate out, but Tooney staying a bit too long, getting picked off. Running away on Lucio, living to fight another day. This ball is honestly causing lots of havoc, and they swap to a more close-range comp as they get into this third point now. Vector onto the Reaper and Goose James onto his classic Cassidy. 2 picks already from Center Gold. Focus firing onto the ball now. He's 1 HP but rolls away just in time. Taking out the Brigitte. Aiwu has nothing to defend here other than a Sombra and a ball, and those are not frontline characters. Sombra goes down, ball goes down. Aiwu has nothing left to defend but a Cassidy. Cassidy gets runner but is taken out by Who's James, and that is the end of the first attack from Center College. The ball really putting pressure onto Center College, forcing some swap-ups. Let's see how Center College decides to defend on beautiful, beautiful Circuit Royale.
Initiating match.
Does that say Le Picnic Room? I couldn't read in time.
I don't know what you're asking.
There was a
Maybe.
room with a little sign on it.
Ah,
Let us see what each team decides to pick for the swap of roles. We see double sniper from Center Gold here, sticking to their support line. This is an extremely high damage pick potential comp, and we see Aiwu going double sniper with a Winston instead. We'll see if they maybe swap that up later. If not, there's some discontinuity in their team comp. I do know Aiwu seems to have some experience in the dive comps, which could be potentially good against the comp that Center Gold has, but dive on Circuit Royale is definitely a difficult task, I would say. Let's see how both go. It seems like Toonie going a little forward, but not going for some cheeky kunai picks. Oh, but maybe he is. Very sneaky indeed. It seems like they're going to stick onto the monkey, and let us see how this first goes out. And let's see Toonie get this pick onto the auto. It is slept immediately. Bubbled, naded, and taken out immediately by Golden Crow. We all know how infuriating that must have been. Sleep is a very fun and fair ability, and I am unbiased in my role as tank as James counter snipes Wiggles, but the Mercy Res pocket. You need to take him out twice in a row to win the Widow duel. Wiggles taking out Galvanizo, and that's the front line for Center Gold and one of the healers, but Golden Crow taken out by Who's James, getting slept mid-air. An insane shot, but luckily Suzu's able to save him in time. But Center College is forced to fall back just a little bit as no front line. They only have snipers and a Zen.
Enemy here.
Seems like Vector changed off of the Hanzo onto Ash, and now we have 2 long-range hit scan. Finally, Galvanizo is able to float back, slow the point, and we can see what happens next. Monkey jumping over to the left side, completely called out, but nothing Center Gold can do to stop him. As Galvanizo goes forward, blocking the cart. Monkey doing a little dance in the air as he repositions, going back and forth. And he's really caught out here. But finally goes back to his team, but is taken out by Gunner. Really getting caught out of position there. Snipe from Who's James once again. Getting sniped by Wiggles. Really a duel of fates here, but Wiggles gets cleaned up as well as Galactics. Center College taking back original positions on the defense. Looking at the ult charge, Nano Boost is coming out for Aiwu, which could be a dangerous combo, especially with how frail Center Gold's team is, and that's Nano for the Winston going in on the backline. But targeted, focus fired, and discorded. Winston melts even with the healers and the Nano. And a big dynamite taking out the Mercy with the help of Galvanizo. And the entirety of the team is just cleaned up by Center Gold. And it looks like now Runner is taking the silly position and is caught out immediately. Getting a little shake of the ball no from a ball here. Speaking of which, a ball swap from Golden Crow. Let's see if this will cause some changes. Rolling around at the speed of sound and completely focused, but the Kiriko is now in the back line as well, so there are 3 Aiwu team members in the front and 2 in the back. The ball... Who's James? Taken out by Puppy Cat, the flanking Kiriko, and she TP's back out. Free pick. The ball may have died. but Puppy Cat has the ego. A big lift from Galvanisio, gonna secure 2 kills. Oh, only one, but almost 2 kills with a a skillful rock. Tootie body blocked into a corner by the ball and punched to death. Ball at half HP, and Center Gold is in a bit of a precarious position. Not many of them left in the front, but the cart still has lots of pushing to be done, and they have 30 seconds to get the first checkpoint. Galvanisio and a Transcendence dropped early for the Center College, or maybe going in aggressive, or maybe even just for the Zenyatta to get there just a little bit earlier. Discord onto the ball, and mines are dropped, but the ball is 1 HP taken down. One mine takes out our Widowmaker player, who's James. Kitsune is dropped from Toonie and Puppy Cat from both sides. Kitsune doubling everything for everyone, but it seems like Center College is able to take every single member of IWU out. Ball's going in for a final touch, but can't quite get there, and that is a match point for Center College. 3-0, Circuit Royale, done. Play of the game going to Who's James on Widowmaker. Hitting some very skillful shots today. This is, oh, there we go. I was wondering when it would happen. And that is it. Thank you all for watching. Anything you want to say, Coach Lion?
Got a few more games this week. Come check them out. Overwatch White with our pal Blakeu here will be at 5 o'clock on Thursday. That will be on the NECC stream, which means we have professional casters, which is very cool and fun. League of Legends will play Wednesday and Rocket League Friday. This is the last week of the regular season. We'll be heading into playoffs after this. And we've secured ourselves a pretty decent seed here for Overwatch Gold heading into these playoffs thanks to this game here today. So I hope you will tune in for that next week as well. Take care.
Wish your favorite teams good luck.